The Miniature Railway Adventures. The New Shunter. Written and read by White House Films. There are many miniature railways, and Drumawhey Junction is known to many as the biggest miniature railway in the area. To do a full lap of the railway would take up to 10 to 20 minutes when carrying a 2-coach passenger train. Along the way there are many themed locations for passengers to look out for. Examples such as Seven Dwarf Mine, Rusty the Rustosaurus, and the soft toy alligator-infested river bridge. Every once in a while, Drumawhey holds a get-together with the Model Engineer Society to hold a whole day of running trains and to exchange stories old and new. But due to the shortage of staff at Drumawhey at its highest peak, our friends were asked to offer their services for the next few weeks until more recruits could attend. The night before, they were just ordering their dinner at a local restaurant on the outskirts of the railway. "So, what duties are we enrolled to take part in?" asked Casey. Nothing much as far as I was told," replied Cars, checking his text from the club committee. Let's see now. Casey, you're acting as a spare driver for locomotive Finn McCool, and Corpse, you're enrolled to be his guard." "Finn McCool?" repeated Jane. "What a strange name for an engine." "It's the name of an Irish giant from what history tells us," said Whitehouse. "Finn McCool tricked another giant that he was more bigger and stronger than he was, so by pretending to be his own baby son, he scared him back off to where he came from." "Have you seen this engine before, Case?" asked Corpse. Casey smiled that smile that told everyone that he knew this engine very well. "Oh, so long have I yearned to get behind the controls of that gem," he said with eager. "Yes, well, calm yourself down, Case, otherwise you'll be in too much of a state to get so much as a wheel to move," chuckled Cars. "Ah, good, here's our food." The meal looked very appetizing, but was quickly polished off by the five, and they were now on the dessert course. But something seemed to be troubling Whitehouse. He appeared to be showing signs of sweat and was breathing quite heavily. "Are you feeling all right, Whitehouse?" asked Jane. "Yes, I think so," muttered Whitehouse, brushing away some sweat. "You do look quite pale," added Cars. Maybe I just need some air. It's getting quite warm all of a sudden." But the moment Whitehouse got up, he collapsed to the floor, dragging the tablecloth with him. "Someone call an ambulance!" yelled Cars. Whitehouse remained motionless on the floor, with a look of pain all over his pale white face. "How is he, Doctor?" asked Casey later on at the hospital. "Well, he pulled through okay, but he's still not well. I have a nurse right now giving him something which will help make him sleep for the night. Might I ask, has he been taking any sort of medication before his meal?" No, we would have known if he had." Right. Which restaurant did you go to?" It's the one by the seafront." "Ah, yes, that explains everything." The four looked at each other puzzled. "Explains what, Doctor?" asked Cars. "It's very obvious. He's got food poisoning." "Food poisoning?" all four said in unison. "Yes, I had 1 or 2 reports of the food in that place, and your friend's recent case very much clarifies it. I'll phone the Ministry of Health and foreclose that business immediately." "But what about our friend? How long till he fully recovers?" asked Jane. "Well, like I said, he's still not well, and it'll take some time before he can fully recover. I'd say 2 to 3 weeks at least." "3 weeks? But we need him urgently for tomorrow." "I'm sorry, but can't be helped. Now, if you excuse me, I have other patients to see to." The four were now left standing in the hospital's corridor, looking at each other with unsure expressions. "What do we do now?" said Casey. "I'll phone the chairman and see if he can send up a relief," said Cars, and went to look for a phone. "I'll see you guys at Drumawhey tomorrow morning. Don't be late." "I hope Whitehouse recovers soon," sighs Casey. "It's not going to be the same without him." "I hope so too, Case," agreed Jane sadly. "Come on, let's go and let him rest." Next morning, the four were present and were on time at Drumawhey station platform. Cars was just giving them their day's orders when a car pulled up in the car park. A young boy in his early 20s stepped out and walked over to the station. "Looks like Whitehouse's relief has arrived," said Cars, and they went to meet the newcomer. "Hello," called the relief. "The name's Charlie Maguire. I'm looking for a Mark Carson?" "Yes, that's me," said Cars, shaking Charlie by the hand. "Glad to meet you, Charlie, but friends call me Cars for short. This is Casey, Corpse, and Jane." "Corpse?" Charlie looked concerned. "Don't worry," reassured Corpse. "The nickname has a reason once it's fully explained." "So, anyway, I'm to relieve a friend of yours, am I correct?" asked Charlie. "Yes, our friend took ill unexpectedly last night, and he can't be fit for work for the next 3 weeks, hence why you've been called in." "Ah, cool. So, what duties does this fellow do exactly? Porter, guard, cleaner?" He's a shunter and a spare driver, actually," answered Casey. Hearing this, Charlie looked very worried. "Oh dear," he said slowly. "Is something wrong?" asked Cars. "Well, it's just that I've never driven one of these trains before. I only joined up with the MES a few days ago, and I was the only one they could spare at the time." Cars groaned heavily as he placed his hand over his eyes. "Now what are they going to do?" "I'm sorry. I've let you all down already, and I haven't even done anything yet," Charlie said sadly, looking at his feet. "It's okay, Cars," Casey piped in. "I could show him the ropes, and as Puffer has a battery-powered engine, it'll be a good way for him to learn how to drive a loco." Cars thought about it carefully. "Oh, very well, Case, but I'm putting you in charge of him. Make sure that he doesn't make any mistakes. We can't afford to lose anyone else at a time like this." "Don't worry, I'll make sure of it," reassured Casey. He turned and smiled at Charlie. "For all we know, Charlie could do Whitehouse's work better than he did. I'll test him with the shunting of the coaches, and we'll see how it goes. Come along, Charlie. There's an engine who I want you to meet." As Charlie followed Casey round to the sheds, Cars sighed again. "I know that look," Jane said, looking at the expression on Cars's face. "You don't think he'll do well, do you?" "I don't know," Cars said quietly, "but I have a feeling that today is going to be one heck of a day to get through with him around."